So now we're here on Bedrock Edition. I've got to show you guys how to use this add-on as well. It's kind of like World Edit, but I'm going to show you guys how to use this as well. So this is a World Builder add-on. You're going to get this handbook, and you're also going to get this, but you won't get this straight away. You're going to get this first. You're going to go to the introduction, and then you'll get a pop-up that says toolboxes. Obviously you could get other toolboxes and whatnot, but you gotta click on this first, and it should say something else to get you access to the actual toolbox itself. So once you've clicked on a button, you'll get given the toolbox, which is really important. There's a lot of things here that you're gonna have to do, and we're gonna start by just focusing on the small stuff, starting with maybe should we sort this? Should we do this one first? I think we should do this one first. So, the way these things kind of work is you kind of sneak and press. So you gotta press this and sneak at the same time to get this menu right here. So it's different shapes that you can possibly use. This has pyramid, cone, torus, dome, cylinder, sphere, curve, line, curvy. But no, we're going to focus on one thing right now, and we're going to do, you know what, I haven't done pyramid yet, let's do pyramid. Now this just shows how hollow it will be. Normally you want to just stick to one, you don't want to go any more than that. If you increase the number on how thick this is, that's how thick it will be before it turns into hollowness. So like for example, you see that build right behind me, I had that all the way up to 16. I had to take away several layers just to get it to where it was now, and it wasn't even supposed to look like that. But we're going to do just one today because it's the only thing that's important to know. Just make sure you press that. You're also going to press save changes for obvious reasons. And for other reasons, we're going to use just random blocks. So I say we'll just use grass blocks just to make this easy. Now we have block picker here. Okay, we're just going to use grass blocks as an example. So if you wanted to use this thing and know what it does, all you got to do is just work out how big you want this thing to be. For example, you want it to be that big. All you'd have to do is click that and you get yourself your very own pyramid. Now that's hollow. Hollow as anything. And honestly, it's probably what you want to have anyway. Now if we just go undid, that's basically the undo and redo commands of World Edit. So if you want to remove something, you can do that, but another way you can do it is just by highlighting the whole thing. But honestly, I would just suggest using redo or undo. But yeah, that's basically the gist on how that works. And another thing, I want to show another thing about this real quick. I'm going off topic a bit, but you see that I made a clear mistake saying that the whole thing there went one layer up. It was supposed to be on that layer there, like the bottom one. But yeah, it doesn't matter. We're not talking about that right now. Next up, we're going to go talk about, I think we should talk about this one. And you know, when I looked at this build right here, Donk, I thought of a new build. I might build something like that on Minecraft. But this is basically the wand. Okay, so if you want to do that, you could just go fill in the space that you want to do. So say for example you want to make a big square. That's a pretty big one. Okay, what you're going to grab is you're going to grab this selection fill, and you're going to go block picker. Like so. 7 more grass blocks. We can go to that, and then what you want to do is you want to go selection fill, and that's going to fill this whole area up with those blocks. Okay. Now, if you want to move these things, you got to go copy. Now, this works exactly like how World Edit works. So, if you wanted to move this to wherever, you stand here, and then you just move the blocks to wherever you want to move them to. For example, you can move them over to here, and that's about the right size you want. And you move it back, and there you go. You got 2 big blocks. And now you got 3 big blocks. And now you got 4 big blocks. And the point is, this can work any way you possibly could want. But we're going to remove all this. We don't need any of those. Those are basically the gist of what you need. Now, if you wanted to maybe rotate something, okay, this could also be a bit of a use, because, you know, that's kind of like how I built that horse racing track over there. If you want to grab, like, a selection of something, so let's just do this, for example, we'll just do like that. We're not doing the whole thing, we're just doing a little piece, and then go copy. You want to press copy, and then you don't want to press paste. If you want to rotate it, and then go paste. See? It kind of worked. It rotated it to another direction. Now do it again, and then you could rotate that again, and then go paste. And as you can see, it's kind of working. Rotate it again, and then go paste. And then, as you can see, it's clearly rotating the blocks that you want. Now this is basically relative to where you're standing. Same thing in regards to the selection bond. Kind of like what you did with Word Edit back on Java Edition. But yeah, that is the gist of the commands you need. Now there are also some really helpful ones that'll help you in the long run with this add-on too. We're going to go over them next. The next one we're going to go over is the ruler. That can be really useful as well. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Well, most of the time I don't use it, but say for example you want to find out how long something is. For example, for the majority of houses we'll probably end up using it. So say we wanted to figure out how long that is, right? All you have to do is just select a whole long line here. You don't have to press copy, you don't have to press paste, you can do that. All you have to do is just hold this and it will show you exactly how many blocks are here. And by the looks of things, it's 42. It's quite a bit of blocks, isn't it? But anyway, that's basically the gist of all these things that we got here. Maybe we'll use it in a future build as well for tug of war. I was thinking of building tug of war in bedrock. I have no idea yet, but yeah. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!